Hey guys, my name's Dee, and this week we have another market. So we've got a big school market this weekend. It's a 100th anniversary of this school being open, which is quite a feat in this area. I think it's only the second school in the area that has sort of reached that milestone. It's our area is not an overly old area, so it's very exciting. It's actually a really exciting one because this school has recently gone from being solely a high school to also having a primary school attached. So it is now K to 12 rather than just being 7 to 12. So that's really exciting. Um, so I've started doing a little bit of prep. I don't want to do a huge amount more than what I've done at the moment. I'm sort of just bordering $6,000 in stock, and I sort of want to stick to that at the moment. Sort of keep to that 6,000 for now. So I'm just sort of replacing a little bit of things and doing some more like farm animals because this school has a little bit of an agricultural space to it. So I want to do some more farm animals, some cows and pigs and horses, maybe a sheep if I get time. Anyway, so what I have done already is I have made the tops of 9 stingrays. I sold 9 stingrays at my last market, so I'm replacing those 9 to keep my numbers up. I do think the small things will do really well at this one because kids will have their own money. I've also made 5 little whale tops. I haven't finished those off yet, but I do want to get my whales to either 70 or 75, depending on time. Um, at school markets, I actually lower the price of my whales. They're normally $7. I lower them to $5 just so the young kids have something to buy if they've only got a little bit of money. And whales don't take me long to make, and they use scraps mostly, so I'm happy to do that with my whales. I've made 1 chicken body. I want 3 more chickens to keep my numbers up because I sold quite a few this weekend. So I need 2 more chickens. And this is the last thing I've made so far. This is one of the Oddball Crochet um, bub patterns. This is the toadstool bub. He is so cute. I was really unsure about what color to do his top. I was tossing up doing like just a standard red, and then I thought maybe go green or a blue might look really cute. But I really like this dark purple. I'm happy with how he looks. I do think I overstuffed the top. It says to stuff it really lightly, but when I was closing it, it was sort of warping. So I added a bit more stuffing to stop the warping, but I think I probably could have left it out and just kind of maneuvered it after to reduce the warping. Anyway, doesn't matter. It is what it is now. I could pull some stuffing out, but I'm just not going to. He's fine. He's just a bit top heavy. But yeah, there. You may have actually noticed if you've watched some of my other videos that I have been doing a few of the bub patterns. I'm actually doing a challenge with Oddball Crochet, which I might make a video on in a few weeks. But she has 42 bub patterns currently released. Well, 43 because one exclusive Patreon one got released this week, last week, a few days ago. So there's technically 43, but the challenge is only on the 42 that were released by May 1st. And she wants you to make all 42 in, I think we got 3 months to do it. It's sometime in June that the cutoff is. But you can't just like make one and take a photo of it, make one and take a photo of it, make one and take a photo of it. You have to have them like all together. So she's allowing 3 photos for the challenge. So you kind of have to have like 15 to 20 in each photo to make it worth it. Anyway, so at the moment I've done 3 during the challenge. I have made other ones in the past, but I'm not including those other ones in my photos. I'm like doing like a reset. So I've made a frog, a fox, and now the toadstool. I do want to make a couple more this week. So I want to make the cow, the horse, and the pig. I also might do the duck. I might do a duck or 2 ducks. We'll see. My last duck sold at my last market, so I don't have a duck anymore. I also don't have a giraffe anymore, but I don't really want to make the giraffe just yet. Thoughts. Anyway, I've got a few things to do today while my kids are at school. So I will update you through the week, hopefully, if I remember. Otherwise, I'll see you at the market on Saturday. We've only got a few more days. It's Tuesday already, so not long till the market. We'll see how much stuff I get done. Good morning, guys. It is market day. We're all ready. We're just waiting to leave. We're sort of a bit earlier than we expected, which is very unusual for my little family. But we are ready to go, so we're just waiting for the time to go. I'm a bit unsure with this market. The information that we received said that we probably won't need our marquees because it is undercover unless we really want to. So I don't know whether or not we're going to put it up or not. It's sort of one that goes sort of into night. And I was going to put up pretty fairy lights. I bought a whole lot of fairy lights to put up. But yeah, now I'm not sure whether or not we're going to put the marquee up, so I don't really have anywhere to put the fairy lights. And then I don't know where I would hang my hanging jellyfish. So we might end up just putting up the marquee without the canopy on the top. But yeah, we'll just sort of see what everybody else is doing and how the stalls are set up and stuff like that when we get there. But it should be a really good one. I'm really excited for this one. The weather is looking good. It is meant to rain. It's sort of been on and off all week whether or not it was going to rain, but it looks good at the moment. So hopefully it's going to be okay. But we'll see, and I will see you at the market. No idea if you can hear me over this storm, but it is storming like crazy. Everyone is jammed packed underneath this shelter. I had just put my lights up and now all my stuff is wet, so we have no idea what's going to happen now. We're basically waiting to see if it stops. And yeah, we'll see what happens. Okay. Oh, did you see the lightning? There was a bit of lightning there. Hey guys, it's now 5:15. The rain hit about 3 o'clock, so it hasn't been great since the rain hit. But we've all been told to pack up, so we're gonna pack up now and get going. So it's been a pretty good day otherwise. I'm a bit disappointed that the rain didn't hold off like another 2 hours or so. But we'll pack up now and I'll talk to you later. Bye. Hey guys, it's a few days after the market and oh, what a day it was. We first got there and we were sort of shepherded around to different part of where the pickup was. It was a nice long line of vendors and we had to carry all our stuff up a huge big cliff face. It wasn't really a cliff face, but it was like a hill that was taller than me. And it was like steep. So we sort of chucked everything up there and then had to walk everything around through like 2 or 3 basketball courts to get to our spot. I got put in an amazing spot. I was really, really happy with my spot. I was almost right at the entrance of where people walked in through the markets, and you had to walk past me regardless which entrance you came in. So if you came in the main entrance or if you came in the back way, you were going to cross my path at some point. So really, really happy with my spot. I could not have been put in a better spot, I don't think. In saying that, when the rain hit, the poor lady who was in front of me, everything got absolutely drenched, and we sort of had, I pushed my tables more in because we're in like an undercover area, so I pushed my tables in under the cover a bit more, and we were trying to cover her stuff up, and some of her stuff got flung over onto my tables, and it was just a bit of a schmozzle. Oh, I felt so bad for her. Anyway, we ended up, because I had my gazebo up too, so we ended up hanging quite a number of her t-shirts and stuff up on my gazebo after the rain had subsided a little bit. But oh, I was put in such a great spot. It was, we were doing so well. It was looking like it was going to be one of the best markets I've had in quite a while. And then all of a sudden, it got dark. And the heavens opened, and the rain came down, and the hail came down, and everyone just rushed underneath this cover area where we were, which was a good and a bad thing. Because of where the sort of space was situated, we were kind of downhill, so we did get a little bit of flooding through. So a lot of people got stuff damaged that was sitting on the floor, but it meant a lot of people were sort of rushed in, and I don't know if many other people it benefited, but it benefited me quite a bit. I ended up selling quite a bit more than I was expecting to sell during the rain. So, my first sale happened quite a while before the beginning of the market. The market started at 12 and my first sale was about 11:30 or just before. I actually had two sales before the market even started. And the first one was a lovely vendor that I've met probably two or three times before. She's a really, really lovely lady. She sells Highland Cow items, mostly clothing and accessories and stuff like that. That is all Highland Cow themed. And so she came over and she saw my Highland Cow and she had to have it. So she bought my Highland Cow, the Oddball Crochet Bob pattern. So very, very happy with that one. And I can't remember what else sold first. There was something else. Oh, I had an axolotl that sold early on too. And then the market started and lots of people were coming through. There was a lot of foot traffic walking around. I know that some people that were sort of more towards the back didn't really get as much foot traffic as I did, who was sort of more towards the front. Um, but there was a lot of people walking around, lots of kids, lots of parents wandering around seeing what was going on. There was a lot of things happening. I had a young girl come through, and do I have it over here? I do. She actually picked up my little duck bob from Oddball Crochet, and she loved it, and so she decided to buy it. So they gave me the money, and they bought it, and they walked away, and they wandered around for, I reckon, 20, 25 minutes. And then they came back and they came back with the mum. So originally it was the girl, just the daughter and the son that came through, and that's when they bought the duck. And then they came back through with the mother, and the mother was like, "Oh, she's not happy. Can she swap?" And I'm thinking, you've had it for like 25 minutes. Like, have you damaged it or something? Like, why on earth would you change your mind that late through? Anyway, I was like, oh, let me just have a look at it and check it out. And it looks fine. There's nothing wrong with it. So I was like, well, what do you want to swap it for? Because I was sort of thinking if she wants to swap it for something cheaper, then I might have a bit of an issue with it. If she wants to swap it for something more expensive, I also may have an issue with it if you don't want to pay more. But she decided to go with 3 of the mystery bags. So she got 3 mystery bags instead of the duck. Okay, sure. Whatever you want. So I was like, yeah, no worries, because I thought the duck's going to sell. The duck's really cute. And a lot of people ended up looking at the duck. But he didn't sell. But that's okay. He'll sell it eventually. I'm sure he's going to go soon. He's very cute. My little ducky. Anyway, so we were doing really, really well up until the point of the rain. I was sending my husband updates throughout the day. I'm just like, oh, we've done this much, we've done this much, we've done this much. And it was looking really, really good. If we had had another like 2 hours, I reckon we would have done incredible. So before the rain hit at 3 o'clock, I had sent my husband a message, sort of like maybe 15 minutes or so before the rain hit, and I'd said, oh, we're at 700. And I was like, cool, looking good. Got really dark, so I decided to put my lights up, thinking, oh, it's just like getting dark. It's like, oh, let's string my fairy lights up. So I started to string my fairy lights up. And then out of nowhere, the rain and the hail. Oh no! Oh, it was so bad. Oh, anyway. But overall, we did really well. I'm very happy with the end result. It could have done a lot better though. So let me tell you the things we sold and our bestsellers. So our top 3 bestsellers are not a surprise at all to me. My mini whales, at school events, I mark them down to $5. They're normally 7. I mark them down to 5, so kids that have only a little bit of money still have something to purchase. And I'm happy to do that mainly because my whales are generally made out of scrap yarn. They don't take me long to make. I enjoy making them. I don't really mind. It doesn't bother me to make them that price. So I sold 36 whales. Very happy. I sold 12 chicks, the little duck in various colors, 12 of them, and 7 stingrays. So they're my top 3. I also sold 4 axolotls, 4 of my Mabel chickens, and 4 mystery bags. 3 kittens went this time around. 2 of my drifts, so I sold out of drifts. 2 turtles of my small turtles. They haven't been selling as well as they used to sell. So I don't know if I'm going to continue to make them. I don't know. I definitely don't think I want to make the big ones anymore because they just don't move very well for me. The ones that I've got at the moment I've had for a very long time, and I've already marked them down recently as well. So I probably am going to stop making turtles so often. Like I don't think I'm going to have them at every market anymore. We might give them a break and then reinvent them later on. I sold a bee. I sold a sparrow that I showed in a video a couple of weeks ago. I sold 2 of the Oddball Crochet Bubs, so the Highland Cow and the Frog, both sold. I sold 1 of my mini bunnies. I sold 1 of my larger cats. My weighted chicken sold. A mini dino, 1 of my dolphin finger puppets that we made in the last video. A mini flower pot. I've had that one quite a while, so I was very happy when that one sold. The chunky frog that we made out of the Parfait Chunky from the last video. I sold 1 hanging jellyfish, the little mini jellyfish that we made last week as well. I sold 1 koala and the pig that was made out of the Spotlight Easter yarn, the Crochet Carpenter pattern. That was my last pig. Sold that one too. So we ended up selling 89 items, which is amazing. We took $452 in cash and $579 on card for a total of $1,031. So minus square fees and the cost to be there and petrol, etc., 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 we made about $900. So I'm super, super happy with this market. It could have gone better. I'm not going to say it couldn't have gone better because it could have gone better. If the rain hadn't hit, I reckon we would have been closer to the 1,500 mark. But it was a good day. I was very happy with the overall results. I met some amazing vendors. I met Kim from Crafty Chaos Emporium, who is here on YouTube, and I love watching Kim. So I was very, very glad to meet her. I had a chat with some vendor friends that I haven't seen in ages. One of my dear friends, I haven't seen her since before Christmas, so it was really, really lovely to see her and her husband. Yeah, it ended up being just a really good day. I was happy. If the rain had held off for a little bit longer, it would have been perfect. But live and let live. C'est la vie. Anyway, I will see you next time. Next time, we also have another market recap or market vlog video. I'm doing the Celebration Society in Picton in New South Wales next week. So I will see you then. Bye.